For the past 6 months, I've been stuck in a very particular and frustrating internet rabbit hole. I've been looking for a camera that I can throw in my bag or my pocket and bring along with me throughout my day, and I don't want that camera to be my phone. I really don't. I want to limit my phone time as much as possible. But the more I looked into pocketable cameras, the more disheartened I became, because I realized that people ended up spending more than their monthly rent on a camera that would fit in their pocket and had somewhat decent photo quality. All of that research kind of led me to my understanding that the digital market is absolutely broken right now. The demand is obviously there, and that's the reason why these things are so expensive. But I wanted an alternative that I didn't have to baby if I got it. So what's the solution? For me at least, it was realizing that I kind of pigeonholed myself into the digital realm, when in reality, what I was looking for was created 30 years ago. It cost me 75 bucks. It's older than I am, and it completely changed how I looked at photography. I would like to introduce the Canon SureShot A1. Look at that thing. Isn't that pretty? If you told me 6 months ago that my favorite piece of gear would be a tiny little plastic point and shoot from 1996, I would have told you to kick rocks. And then I would have, insult you or something, you know. But that's not the point. That's not the point. This is very unassuming. It looks like a toy, which is kind of the appeal, and I'll get to that a little later in the video. But I want to kind of talk about my process of using this. I'm going to show you guys some photos from this camera. Getting this camera kind of expanded my perspective and really had me internalize what it means for a camera to have a personality. Prior to this, I assumed it was all a ploy by Big Camera to ditch my Sony for a Fujifilm. That the soul of a camera was just a marketing myth. This Canon SureShot A1 changed my mind. Yes, this beautiful brainchild of aged plastic, Fisher-Price design language, and bright orange gaskets has changed my mind. Now, this is not a professional camera. This is not even an enthusiast camera. This is a very basic point and shoot that in every objective sense does not hold a candle to my Sony a6600. And yet, I prefer shooting with it. And only loosely related is the fact that this is my first and only film camera for now. This camera features a sharper than you'd expect 32mm lens. It has autofocus, auto advancing, auto spooling, and basically auto everything else. There's a variable shutter of 1/250th of a second up to 2 seconds. Now, when I saw this thing, I fell in love. I love how it doesn't take itself too seriously. I love how it's limited. It's not a powerhouse of a camera, but it does make itself convenient enough to find itself in my bag during my morning walks. And that's really what I needed from it. As you have undoubtedly heard time and time again, the best camera is the one that you have with you. And I have been putting in effort to limit my screen time, as I mentioned, including my camera app. Beyond the crunchy, overprocessed look that a phone camera gives you, it just absolutely has a terrible tactile feel. And by terrible, I mean non-existent. When you take a photo with this, you hear the whine of the auto advance and the shutter inside, and that there's this tactile lever up here. They can change the modes. All of that adds to the experience and the personality that gives this camera so much character and makes it so unbelievably fun to use. The A1 was actually marketed as a fully waterproof, all-weather tool when it was released, and isn't really concerned about looking smart or sleek. If it hits a low-hanging wet branch on my morning walk, who cares? It's literally designed to be hosed off and keep moving. That lack of preciousness completely changes at least my psychology as a shooter, because I stop worrying about the gear itself and I start thinking about the composition and what's directly in front of me. And this camera does just about everything for you besides press down on the shutter. That's your job. That automation is honestly a luxury that I never afforded myself prior to getting a little point and shoot like this. You just focus on what's directly in front of you. You chase the light and you chase the composition and you put it directly back in your bag. It keeps you in the moment so much more than something like a digital camera would. Now, this thing certainly is not without its compromises. Being that it was born in 1996, you are at the whim of 1996 technology. The autofocus is as simple as it gets. It is just a single autofocus point in the center that locks on and takes the photo. Now, you can recompose if you half press the shutter button while you have your autofocus in a certain area and then move it to another area. And that does work pretty well, but more on the controls of this thing. It really is as simple as it looks. You just have the front dial. You can choose whether or not there's flash, no flash, auto mode, or an underwater mode that I will probably never test out. Now, when I got the scans back from this first roll, I realized something. Photography had started to feel like a job where the metrics were sharpness and dynamic range. But this little plastic brick reminded me that photography is more than that. It's just about preservation. Preservation of a moment, a feeling. It's about bottling up a random patch of light on a random Tuesday evening and keeping it forever, commemorating it, remembering it, and respecting it. Turns out, you don't need a multi-$1,000 powerhouse of a camera to make meaningful work. For under $100, you can buy a meaningful piece of kit that reminds you why you fell in love with photography in the first place. If you made it this far, genuinely, thank you so much. My name is Mina. I don't even know if I ever mentioned that. If you guys want to see more videos like this, feel free to like, subscribe, or comment. If you want to know anything more about this camera, I'm happy to make more videos of it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.